Before you say there's no HEMA clubs near you, let me show you something that you overlooked. Most guys search in all the wrong places, but when you finally know where to search, the whole world of longsword training is unlocked for you. What's up, once again, people? I changed the formula of this video to specifically show you how to find a HEMA club near you, and for real this time. So first of all links will be in the description of this video down below, so you can check out it for yourself. And let's begin from the first point, which is first link, which brings you to a HEMA Alliance Club Finder website. So let's go there. This is one of the best ways to find a HEMA club near you. So the link already takes you to the club finder, but if you land on a homepage of HEMA Alliance, then just go to resources, find a club, click it, and scroll down below. You'll find, of course, a map. So first of all, how to search. We start from the country and your city. So let's say just right away New York City for our example. New York City, United States. Boom. And let's zoom in a bit. So let's say we live in Manhattan. So let's choose this one. Gotham European Martial Arts Collective. So what we specifically are looking for is usually the clubs will write a description what classes they do. So if you're looking for longsword, then of course we're looking for longsword related things in description or in the even in names. So let's see. We are a cooperative of teachers brought together by a passion for historical martial arts, including longsword, yes. So and Langesmesser, sword and buckler, rapier, and montante, which is unusual but it's exciting. So if you're interested only in longsword, you could attend some classes, some beginner classes in this club and just see it for yourself. But I don't know, maybe say you live in Jersey City, so there's a closer one to you. Let's pick this. So Liberty Sword Club. We specialize in the late medieval German art of Kunst des Fechtens, art of fencing. Cool. Our main area of focus for this is longsword. Very cool. That's what we are looking for. However, we are at itself is one of the runs that the gamut of knightly weapons, including Messer, spear, dagger, and wrestling. Cool. If you're interested in that, you could add these classes as well. But maybe let's say you're from UK and you live in London. So let's choose that. And let's just choose the random one. The Blackfriars London Longsword Academy. So also, which I haven't mentioned, sometimes or most often than not, every club has its own website. So the club finder only just has the rough like address and some basic description. So Blackfriars London Longsword Academy. So longsword is in the name. That's what we're looking for. But I don't know why there is sword and buckler in the description and primary weapon sword and buckler. So let's just go. Let's just click the link to the website of this club. Cool, rapier, nice. Oh, you see, it's maybe a montante or it's a longsword. I don't really see the difference. So there's polearms. Just there's always a contact to these clubs. You just pick a class, go there, and try it for yourself. Usually, every club has a free trial class, so you can just attend one of the classes for free and just see if that's fun for you. Of course, I really recommend you try more and just go there, to just buy a monthly subscription or a monthly, I don't know, pay for just at least, I don't know, a training once a week. The one thing which I should make a disclaimer about the HEMA Alliance Club Finder and the Club Finder in general is that these sites don't always have every club available, like every club possible. So, for example, let's go to my city, Warsaw, in Poland. So, as you may see, Warsaw doesn't even have any registered HEMA clubs in this HEMA Alliance Club Finder. So that's one thing that we should remember about, that even if you see there's no clubs in your city, your area, don't be sad, because there's another link down below, which is official HEMA ratings club finder. So let's go to it. Boom. It doesn't have a map, which is unfortunate, but still we want to write and search by our country plus city. So let's go Poland and Warsaw. So as we may see, there are a few clubs here, but the HEMA ratings also have just HEMA events, which are usually not established HEMA clubs. What I mean is that, for example, niedzielne spotkania sparingowe, so Sunday's sparring meeting, is not an established class. It's just people grouping up with each other to just fight against each other in different weapon categories. And it's free also, so yeah, it's not an ad. Of course, Warsaw has more than just these classes, but as I said, and not every club finder has every club registered. So let's go to the third way, of the old way even. So we search in our web browser city plus longsword, or city plus historical fencing, or city city plus fencing schools. So let's do that for ourselves. So let's write Warsaw longsword. Yes, and that's what I was looking for. We just write in English, or even better, in your own language, your city and the just longsword or fencing school. But if you write fencing school, you'll most often than not stumble upon Olympic fencing, which I'll get to in the next point. So as I said, every fencing school, or most of them, have their own maybe Facebook group, or their own just website. Cool. So let's get to our next point, which is that you'll often stumble upon Olympic fencing schools, which isn't what we're looking for, but it's a perfect foundation for HEMA. So if you don't have any HEMA club near you, and you just have Olympic fencing school, then don't be sad, because even though HEMAists like to shit on Olympic fencing very often, I still recommend you to try it out, because Olympic fencing specifically has way better training for intense footwork. Like the intensity of footwork is way higher than in HEMA, through which you could like create the perfect baseline for HEMA later on when you'll transition from it. Plus, it teaches you the basic of fighting with a weapon. Of course, the Olympic weapon is a bit smaller, but still, the baseline for HEMA, after like starting Olympic fencing, then transitioning to HEMA, is the perfect way to go about it. If you just live in the area where there's literally no HEMA clubs. So the fourth point would be search up in Google Maps fencing club, HEMA club, specifically searching for images of fencers that fight with longsword or saber, than just doing Olympic fencing. So let's do that. Boom. Let's go to maps. Boom. And let's go. Let's see. We're here in Warsaw. So let's write in our own language these things, like fencing club or HEMA club. So let's do it. I'll write in Polish the group. Let's see. And let's choose this one, for example. As we may see, it already says HEMA garden, so it's not an Olympic fencing. Of course, there's a difference between Olympic fencing and HEMA. So if you see there's HEMA in the name or some kind of longsword, then that's what we're looking for. Or let's maybe choose this one. This specific one, so Zimon fencing, is, as you can see, they're primarily focusing on fencing with a saber, which could be cool as well if you're interested in that. But we're looking for the longsword. So maybe let's choose my club. So Academia Szermierzy. And you can see right away that the image of the club has some kind of longsword training going on. So that's what we're looking for. That's what I said. You have to go through each of these pins and find out in the description. They probably have their own website as well. And just see on the images or on the names or in the description if they train longsword. So yeah, as you can see, there's more images. They also have different classes, like for beginners, for saber, with padded sabers and masks. They also have rapier with dagger. As you can see, there's also some kind of longsword class. And yeah, that's what I mean. Cool. Let's go to the next one, the fifth one, which is search on Facebook groups and Reddit communities the clubs nearby, specifically on Reddit World Martial Arts and Reddit HEMA. So let's go to this. Reddit WMA. Boom, boom. As you can see, you can just write, for example, New York. From New York City, Thomas Mastery, boom, made the compilation of control point, boom. And through this post, you just can notice that sometimes you just can ask them right away or just see in the comments where they're training or if it's some kind of event, which I'll get to the next point. Cool. Yeah, that's World Martial Arts. And let's go to HEMA. Where is it? Boom. Nice. Some kind of people. Let's choose New York as well. Boom. Any good HEMA places in near New York City or Western Connecticut? Sorry, couldn't spell it right. And there will be people glad to help you out with this. So let's go to the sixth way, which is personally watching local HEMA tournaments or events gets you in contact very, very fast. So When you finally tried all of these previous points, and maybe you found some kind of HEMA event, but you're still not keen on just going uh, right to the class right away, you can personally go and watch a HEMA tournament or event nearby and just talk to these people. That, like, they don't bite. You just go there, you get interested in their art, and they'll be glad to help you out to, like, specifically um, like give you info about where they're training, what you would need as a beginner, and just talk to people. Also, there could be some coaches, so you personally meet the coach before you even go to the HEMA class. So that's a nice thing that you should consider. And the last thing, the seventh thing, is what to do if there's no club near me. First of all, I don't really believe that there's no club near me. Second of all, if there's really no HEMA club near you, then consider joining a Olympic fencing one, which will get your skill, like, the progress of your skill will go very, very fast when you'll eventually transition to the HEMA, because the like the basics of sword fighting is still there. Of course, the ins and outs are a bit different from Olympic fencing and HEMA, but still, Olympic fencing builds your foundation very, very well. And so the third thing is that there's no club near you, like for real, then consider start with solo drilling. In my channel, you can find different uh, videos about how to train different beginner-friendly techniques with a sword. But you don't even need a sword. You can just go and buy a padded longsword, or even find a straight stick that you can wield two-handed, which is what you like need for the beginning, for the solo drilling specifically. But of course, if you want to spar with someone, then you'll need a padded longsword and a fencing mask. So the next thing is train longsword basics in a park specifically, and interested strangers in your training. That would, like, naturally, people, some kind of people will be very interested in what you're doing, so you can, like, interest them and just get in contact with them. Third thing is reach out and offer your friends to join you in this experience. So you don't have to do it alone. You still have friends, you still have colleagues or someone or family to join you in this. So you just go there and do it, I don't know, with someone else beside you. Of course, be mindful about not just sparring right away. You need, like, low gear for it, which I've talked about in my previous video, how to spar with low gear. Eventually, consider founding a microgroup, and of course making use of an internet group chats like WhatsApp, Messenger, or Discord. So that's what I said. You just interest people, like, you have to grow the interest of other people in this martial art, so they can join you in this journey. And of course, go and join different web groups, find communities on Discord, on Reddit, on Facebook, and don't be scared to ask for feedback. Like, really, guys, you have to consider recording yourself when you're drilling something or when you're sparring against someone, and go and ask people. They will not hate you for it. They will be glad to help you out with anything that you need. Like, every master, like every advanced guy, really likes to help beginners out if he's a good guy. But usually they are. We are very humble people in this community, in this environment. We are not dicks. We like to help you out. So join web groups, find communities, and ask for feedback. And if you want my help and my personalized feedback on your sword fighting forum, then consider joining my community called From Gamer to Swordsman. The link is in the description, where I created my beginner course to longswords, which has 9 whole modules inside of it, talking about like specific ins and outs that you actually need to start a longsword journey in HEMA environment as a total beginner without any experience. So as you may see, introduction, gear and HEMA basics, movement, footwork, basic attacks, defense and counters, and much more. And it's also a community of different guys. We have already 11 members inside of this community. So yeah, you can check out the link in the description and join different like-minded guys. And as we may see, we are posting different content. Someone like Alejandro asked about his fencing stance, so I would just be glad to help you out, just like this fellow here. And as you may see, we write like specific things about feedback on your forum. So check out the link in the description, guys. Also, we have the map feature inside of this community. Of course, for privacy, pins are off by 10 plus miles, so you can see we're based around Europe, based around United States, so that's very cool. So yeah, consider joining this group. In the description there's a link, or the first pinned comment. So yeah, and remember, always take the initiative.